Hey y'all, let's do the Libra reading, shall we? Little bit of a pause between the readings of the zodiac journey, but let's do Libra. I've already shuffled, of course, and I did want to also keep in mind. I wanted to reiterate that this could be this current time, it could be future time, it could have already happened. If it resonates, but also remember that whatever comes up in the reading, it could take place over the course of a week, a month, a year. It just kind of depends on where everybody's at in the timeline. So this information is general, of course, but hopefully something clicks with you and sort of resonates in a way that you find helpful. The Lovers is at the bottom of Libra. Of course it is. Of course it is. All right. Let's do 4 cards. We've got the Sun. Perfect. We've got the 6 of Wands. Wow. We've got the 5 of Wands. Yeah, that's about right for you. And the 4 of Swords. Yep, this all tracks. Get everything straight here. Yeah, so the Sun, the 6 of Wands, the 5 of Wands, 4 of Swords. Yeah, so this incoming energy is kind of going to be neutral for y'all. It kind of depends on the other signs in your chart, like what's your Mercury, what's your Jupiter, what's your Pluto, what's your moon, what's your ascending, what's the rest of your chart look like? Because for Libra, I think we're looking at sort of a stalemate in the energies. Like the Lover's card was the bottom card, but there's too much else going on to have this card sort of manifest or be fulfilled. There's just too much. And there's a combination of factors that's fueling that. So let's check it out. Let's get the Rider-Waite-Smith deck to clarify. I think it's important to keep in mind that this is a great time for Libra to reevaluate, get set with their intentions, and then also, like everybody else, get closer to understanding their intuition. I think meditation's a great way to get closer to hearing, actively listening to and hearing your intuition. Meditation's great for that. Lucid dreams are great for that. There's a lot of ways you can connect to your intuition. I think that's important, but it's more I see a real potential for you to do some soul searching in this energy. Okay, why is the Sun here for Libra? Why is the Sun here for Libra? Okay, 6 of Wands. Interesting. The 6 of Wands, of course, is also here. We have the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, the 8 of Swords. I mean, it's really this. So as the sign of the sign of the scales, right? You are doing your goddamn best in this energy to maintain a balance, but the difference between one thing and the other thing, that balance that you're getting, the object or the energies or the things or the whatever's on this one side of the scale, and then whatever's on this other side of the scale for you, whether it's work and home or family and significant other or your hobbies and your like job, like your paid life, however it is that you're trying to find balance, it could even be like straight up a balance in your job between good and evil, between right and wrong. Like sometimes it comes down to that. But anyway, the difference between these two weights is going to be more and more divisive. So the one end of it is going to be more evil, and the other end of it is going to be good, more good. That's just the way it's going to be in this energy. The reason that it's like that is to help you with the intuition, and then also help you in this in your indecision, right? Because regardless of where you sit in the timeline, I think lately it's been really easy for you to be indecisive. So universe is kind of pushing you and saying, be discriminate. Like, you clearly see there is no gray area. One is very good, one is very bad. One is very positive, one is very negative. One is very toxic, one is very calming. Like, it's going to give you a very serious line drawn between these two things that you're trying to balance. I think the catch-22 with Libras is you're so used to making that balance that you almost feel like something's missing if there isn't that internal challenge and back and forth. Like if you were just to cut off the evil and just go full force towards the goodness and just drop the evil where it is and leave it and never give it another moment's thought, you would the very next day be going, oh my God, something's missing from my life. This is too good. If that resonates with you. But this is very much where we are. And the universe is allowing you to have some insight, because it's going to make these choices much clearer to you so that you have this ability to discern easier and with more confidence, okay? Yeah, and the Three of Wands. So, yes, I would say do a little experiment on yourself, because this energy, like I said, is completely neutral for you. Like, it's almost a testing ground. It's fertile ground for you just to be trying some things out in your life. And I would say, if you have this balance and you're like, let's say hypothetically, it's between your spouse or your significant other and your family. Let's say that there was a cultural divide, or there's something really serious that separates. It could be age, there could be a May December thing happening, it could be cultural, it could be a matter of money, maybe they're concerned after that, but there's a real in-law situation, right? Where maybe your family doesn't, let's just say this is a hypothetical. And so in this energy, you have the opportunity to actually make a choice without doing too much damage, without too much collateral damage. You can literally say, well, guess what? This person, this spouse, this significant other is my future. Y'all, my family, you're my past, you're my present, but this person is my future. And this person brings me joy and love. And, I'm not getting the same type of, so that balance, rather than forcing the balance, you can literally in this energy just choose and say, you know what, family, fuck you. I am going to go with my happiness right now. End of story. And then no contact with your family. Like, you can literally do that in this energy. Now, I'm not going to suggest that directly, because of course you've got to do what's right for you. But what I'm saying is the energy is prime for that type of experimentation. So if it's like a little step, like say you're trying to balance your work and life, like happiness, home life situation, or you're trying to get fit now or something. Let's say that work is taking up too much of your time, including, after 5 p.m., this is that type of energy, Libra, where only one or two other signs can do this, where you can pull back from work a little bit and say, you know what, I am going to the gym every day, and I'm going to even do it during work hours. And yeah, I'll make up for it. I'll make sure I get all my work done, but this is what I'm doing. Like really, really pull back the energy and then put it and focus it into things that benefit you and experiment, because if it goes wrong and if you have the boss from hell, you're going to be forgiven in this energy. All right. Do what you think you need to do. Obviously, this is not career advice for every person who watches the video, because obviously every one of us is different in a different situation. So don't take me literally. But what I'm saying is you can experiment in this type of energy with this balance. It's been a struggle, right? It has been a struggle for you to keep this balance for years, right? The pressure is easing. So experiment. Fuck around and find out. All right. Why is the 6 of Wands here? Please don't do anything crazy. I really doubt you would honestly listen to my advice so seriously as to no contact your family, cut them out. But I just have to have that disclaimer here, of course. In this energy, you're gonna be forgiven. If you do something like that and then you're like, oh shit, what did I do? That was dumb. Then you can go back to him the next day and say, ha ha ha, just kidding. And they'll be fine. You might catch a little bit of hell for it, but that's about it. All right, 6 of Wands. I'm not saying you're immune to things. I'm not saying you're immune. I'm just saying that it's easy for you to test stuff out in this energy. We have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the 6 of Wands. I think you're a victim of a premature celebration. Yeah. So we had the Temperance card fall as a clarifier, as well as the Hierophant, as well as the 5 of Cups. Yeah, and all of that with the Queen of Wands on the bottom. I think you may be celebrating something right now that it's a little too soon. A little too soon to be celebrating a situation there, ma'am or sir. And I think you know it. I think part of you thought, oh, maybe I should wait before I celebrate this or announce this or ask this person this question. It's like there's something happening that's too soon. I think it's going to end up biting you a little bit in the butt. I'm not sure this is a very strong 5 of Cups. I'm not sure that it's full on 5 of Cups, but there's some of you too. There are some of you who think that you have this level of spiritual recognition, and you're going to kind of get into your ego about that, and you're going to get knocked back. You're going to get slapped by the universe. Just going to go, no, you're not. You're not that woke yet. Woke to spirituality is what I mean, not politically. Yeah. I think you mean well, but I think this is a little premature. So maybe use some temperance. If I caught you before you did this, maybe use some temperance. If there was something you were going to announce or a big question that you were going to ask someone that you thought maybe was the right time, or maybe maybe there was some sort of proclamation, some sort of you want to celebrate something. I get it. You want to celebrate it, but maybe keep it on the low until a little bit more time passes and you can be confident in others' willingness to celebrate with you. Okay, that's all I have to say about that. Five of Wands, the bottom card is the Hanged Man. Yeah, the Devil, Death, Four of Pentacles. All right, listen. Oh my gosh. Like, I think if someday I become a famous tarot reader and then there are t-shirts made, the quote would be, all right, so listen. Oh man, no. Okay, let's back up. And in all seriousness, because I laugh because like there's nothing else to do. But sometimes we need to let go of something. We really, really do. And in this case, I think you've been overthinking. This can be in a matter of love. It can be in a matter of a career path, your trajectory, school, your life's purpose, your family, anything. There could be something that you are really holding on to that you kind of need let go. There's this bit of talk that I like about depression, and I don't even remember who said this, but basically they were talking about how when you're depressed, maybe even you have SI. And the truth is that you recognize that something does need to die, but it's not your physical being. It's actually just something inside of you, something, whether it was a way of life or way of thinking, a limiting belief. There was something that actually no longer serves you. And sometimes we don't recognize that, and it causes depression. It really does, because the soul doesn't want to be trapped in this cage and not having a life's purpose. And the soul doesn't want to hang on to things that no longer resonate. Something is not resonating with you on a soul level. It's not making your heart sing, your body vibrate, your spirit soar, the smile on your face. It's not creating that soul bliss anymore. And I don't know if you're depressed or if you're just overthinking, but you're holding on to it very tightly. Very tightly. And I think the only reason that you're holding on to it tight and you're not letting it go is because there's this negative, nagging devil on your shoulder, in your mind, in your trauma response. It is part of your core programming that says, nope, you need to hold on to this. You need to hold on to this. You need to hold on to this. I think if you looked deep enough, you'd be like, oh yeah, actually, that idea that I needed to live up to everybody's I'm just using an example. But that idea that I need to live up to everyone's expectations of me, I'm going to go ahead and let that die. Oh, I wonder if this video is going to make it through the checks on YouTube. But you know what I'm talking about. It's like the death card isn't scary. It never is. Things, relationships, people, animals, fires, right? Everything has an expiration date. And limiting beliefs especially have an expiration date. Crippling core programming from your parents that tells you to act and be a certain way should have an expiration date. And I think that I think more than anything you're overthinking it. And I'm not sure if there's such a depression there. Let me look at the bottom card again. I forgot. Yeah, it's the Hanged Man. I hope that the Hanged Man is right, and you're getting a shift in your understanding of this, and you can let go of the reins of this, because it's no good for you. It's going to motivate you to do all kinds of things if you let it continue. All kinds of things, places you don't want to be. It's going to keep you from achieving your dreams if you keep clutching on to whatever this is. If this resonates with you, you know what it is. You know what you need to let go of and what you need to let go. How about I say that instead of the D word? Just let it go. But that's why this card is here. And if you are to the point where you are depressed and you don't know how you're going to let it go, talk to somebody professionally. The stigma, there's not much stigma anymore after, if you're 40 or younger, there's not too much stigma around getting professional help, thank God. But, the stigma is not worth your misery, and you're keeping yourself from achieving the things you want to achieve because you're stuck in this pattern of holding on to this thing. And it could literally be anything, but it definitely is holding you back internally. So I think talking to someone about it and getting help to figure it out will be good. Just don't tell them, a tarot reader sent me. But she has a master's in psychology. All right. I'd be like, what's her handle? Oh, there's more of us out there than you would think. You should probably ask your professional if they have a tarot channel. I'm spicy today, you guys. I'm very spicy. Sometimes it's just that way. Okay. All right. What's the Four of Swords doing here? What's the Four of Swords doing here? Oh, I feel the Ten of Swords so strongly right now. This poor Rider-Waite-Smith deck, she is done. So I've got you guys, and then I've got Scorpio, and then I've got Sagittarius, and then I'm done. And this poor deck, this Rider-Waite-Smith deck is already done. Poor thing. I gotta pat her on the short end because she's exhausted. She's been rode hard these last 2 days. Okay. We have the Emperor on the bottom. Why? The Ace of Swords. Another Five of Wands. And the King of Cups. Okay, so the Emperor, when he's in a King of Cups and a Five of Swords, and there's this thinking and doing based on some secrets, based on some confusion, based on too much goddamn feeling. It's kind of a recipe for a situation that's just a little bit unhinged. This is not advice from the universe, which usually is in this place. She's been moving around a little bit just to surprise me, but I want to pull some more clarifiers because I love y'all, you Libras. I love you. So let's go ahead and pull some more clarifiers on this Four of Swords with the Santa Muerte deck. Oh, we've got to fly out as we always do. Queen of Cups. This deck is slippery and it's tiny and my hands are big. Look at this. It looks like I have giant hands. I kind of do, but not that big. All right. Oh, man, I told you I was spicy and slap happy today. Okay. Hopefully, if nothing else, you're entertained. Probably not. Dang. Oh, Libra. All right, so the Seven of Cups, Eight of Wands, Six of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. Why are you doing this to yourself? You're overworked. You're dealing with deceit and lies in all aspects of your life. This isn't advice. I'm really pissed at the universe right now because it's like, what do you want them to do about this? What do you want them to do? Other than what we were talking about here of sort of choosing your own adventure, your own destiny, stop balancing the scales and pick one thing and grab it and run. Other than that, like, why tell me this? Why tell me that Libra is full of emotion because they can't escape the deceit that is coming at them from every angle of life? Why tell me that Libra is confused and their head is scattered and they can't sleep and they're emotionally distraught every day and yet they have to be the bigger person? Why tell me all this if we can't do anything about it? Oh. All right. So let's go back and rewind, Libra. Your job, based on what I know here, is really number one, to recognize your limiting beliefs and let them go. Whether it's an obsession over a person or a way of thinking that was sort of drilled into you when you were a child that you can let go of now, or a new way of thinking that was shown to you by a person of influence or a mentor or something that you've realized doesn't work at all. Like, be ready to release things that no longer serve you. And then do it. Also, find that balance. And then of that huge dichotomy, these huge dichotomies between what you don't want to do, what you do want to do. Good, bad, chore, bliss. Choose the bliss. Choose the good. Kind of feel like you don't have to balance right now in this energy. Make some risks. Use this time to risk and to play with the energy a little bit. You can go light at first, you know. Man, I want to do more clarifiers, but I don't. Okay, okay. You really stressed me out. I don't even want that. I want to go back to the Sacred Rose Tarot. We're going to do two more. Jesus Christ. Thank God there's not a lot of Libras out there who are going to be watching this, because I mean that only because there's a lot of Virgos, but there's not a lot of Libras in the world. So most likely a couple people watch this, maybe 20 or 30 will watch the short. I'll pull out something good. Damn it. All right, give me like 2 or 3 more cards on Libra. Just let's see if there's something, some good news, something you can show them that'll make everything make sense, that'll resonate. There's one, 4 of Pentacles. God damn it. You're holding on too tight to something. I don't know what to tell you. The universe says you're holding on too tight to something that no longer serves you. And it's bad. It's bad. You've made it part of your identity. It could be family. It could be a way of living. You know, this this hood rat tendency disorder that I speak of. Perhaps you're suffering from that. Let go. Let go of it. It's time to evolve. Really, honestly, it's time for the next step. And I think you know it, but you're still holding on because there's a little devil on your shoulder. I don't like it at all. Okay, King of Wands. Of course. 7 of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, this is an emotional tie. This is an emotional 4 of Pentacles. It's an emotional tight grip. You're holding on to something. It's an ego trip. It's based in ego. It's based in the identity, your identity. But I think if you look real deep, you will know that you're bigger than whatever you have to leave behind you that doesn't serve you anymore. That's your crazy fucked up reading, Libra. And I cursed more in it than I've cursed in any reading so far. Remember that all tarot readings are a result of the influence of the reader and the time in which they're pulled. So no reading comes out of a vacuum, and all have a certain amount of bias. And also this is a timeline issue. So if you're not feeling this way, it could be coming. Thanks, everybody.